Nowadays, we have this culture of resentment towards the 9 to 5, mainly because it looks mundane, boring, and unfulfilling. But I think the problem is a little bit deeper than that. It's easy to say I don't like something without even trying it. I can tell you right now, a lot of people who are saying they do not like working in 9 to 5 have never worked one. But because they've seen on social media from influencers or other creators saying it is draining and stupid, they've kind of just decided to take on that opinion as well. And to be honest, there is some merit in having a resentment, but as I already mentioned, I think this is a level deeper, and I will tell you exactly why. So I heard this saying in a podcast yesterday, and it resonated with me on a pretty deep level, you could say. It's much easier to get what you want than to find what you want, right? If you have a goal in mind, it can be hard, right? It can be difficult, but if you have this plan and this structure that you can build around it, at least you know how to get there. But it's much harder to actually find that thing that you can build the structure around in the first place, especially when we live in an age where there is so much to chase after. Like, just compare how it was to be 20, 21, 22, 23, 30 years ago. You got out of school, you had some opportunities, you could go to university, go to a different kind of school, do some other craftsmanship, who knows? But it was definitely not as much as you had now. Now you have online businesses, content creation, day trading, crypto investing, all these kind of things that you just did not have decades ago, or at least not as accessible decades ago. And because of this, it's much harder for the average individual who's done with school to decide what exactly they want to do, especially if you now know that there are some ways that will lead to more fulfillment and meaning in life and some that won't. And when you are in an age where you still have a specific sense of agency, or better said, opportunity to choose what you want to do with your life, that can let one think a little bit too long. I'm saying this in that way because it takes time to figure out who you truly want to become, or to figure out what the things are that align with who you are or who you want to be in the future. You have to try out so many different things, expose yourself to so many different situations, but also different people, right? You have to see what kind of people you want to spend time with, what personality types work with yours. And this is where we come to why a lot of people resent the typical 9 to 5, because the 9 to 5 is a lot of getting what you want, right? You work a job, earn the money, okay? With the money, you can earn a little bit of more freedom, you could go on holidays and so on, but it has nothing to do with defining what you want. Very rarely do you learn more about yourself in a 9 to 5. It's often just repetition. Maybe you learn a little bit about yourself in the first couple of weeks and shortly before you quit. But in that time in between, not that much is happening. For a lot of people, this is a trap. They think that if they, for example, after school, go straight to university to then work a 9 to 5, they will be missing out on a life that is actually more fulfilling, more meaningful to them. And the pressure is really high because there are other people out there living a good life and doing what they truly want. And if you're then somebody who doesn't do that, despite knowing that they can, things can get difficult and a little bit hard psychologically. I personally think that the 9 to 5 is not the problem here, but much rather the fact that people just want more time to figure out what a good life for them is. It's different for everybody. Like, you can't tell me that you don't want to work. I bet with you that the majority of people who resent a 9 to 5 do not resent the 9 to 5 because it's laborious. No, because they want to work in something that has meaning, and they fear that the 9 to 5 will be work with no meaning. The reason why I'm so sure that everybody wants to work, because work is like one of the best examples where you receive positive feedback, dopamine release, micro goals, big goals. No matter what it is, if you receive feedback in the thing that you're doing, that will motivate you to keep on going, and that will give you a sense of meaning in life, which of course will make your life so much easier for you. Like, what if I told you that you could work a 9 to 5 in a skill you love doing with people you love spending time with? To be honest, you would enjoy it so much that you would not even want to work a 9 to 5, you would want to work before and after. Yeah, what if I gave you that situation? Would you still resent it? Probably not. Why? Because you want to work, you want the positive feedback, you just want to work in something that you like doing and something that you know will give you money, while at the same time not drain the meaning of life out of you. I, for example, have a friend who works something like a 9 to 5 in real estate, and he loves it. Why? Because he's interested in real estate. He has fun doing it. He likes the people he spends time with. There's no reason to complain. He's making good money. Can be like that for you too. I could also be like that for me as well. Though I also sometimes have problems with figuring out exactly what I want to do, which is why I prefer doing like events and shit. But hey, everybody should do what they want to do. This is just a video to explain why so many of us resent 9 to 5 and how actually it's more just a sign that we're not happy with ourselves yet and that we still need to figure out what we want to do, or that we still have to try more out. But yeah, anyway, I wish you a good day or evening depending when you're watching this. Stay healthy, keep chasing your dreams, and peace.